All right. There are a few things that I just need to talk about and get off my chest. So, first of all, okay, I'm not gonna do first, second, third. I'm just gonna talk. So, it is it is getting hard in the winter. Honestly, I'm getting kind of scared because I'm I forgot why I hated the winter, because I was just oh, well, whatever, the winter, I'm not even gonna be able to tell that it's winter because I'm happy and stuff now. And spiritual, whatever. But it's a lot easier to be spiritual and happy and stay active and do things when it's warm and when it's summer and when things are not dying and when it's not cold. So I'm going a bit crazy here. But I think I just need to remember that I don't know, it's all temporary, but seriously it is. And I just need to stay positive through this. And I'm only going to be here a month and then I'm moving to Savannah, Georgia. So it's going to be warm there. So I have that to look forward to. But another thing that goes along with this is when it's so cold and you just get caught up in this life that you're living right now, and then you forget about everything that you have to look forward to. And I feel like I've been forgetting about things that I I'm looking forward to. So it's good to always keep that in the back of your mind and always be okay, well, I'm doing this soon. So we're chilling. Everything's okay. In this moment, everything is okay. And, so I actually went on a run this morning that was 1.5 miles. And, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I haven't been very active. Well, I try to go on a walk every day, but I feel like I just haven't really been that active. I don't know, because what we can do is so limited. And I kind of forget how COVID is also affecting me because well, for starters, gyms and all that's closed. And I don't know. It's just a mixture of COVID and the winter time. Anyway, so yeah, I went on a run and I actually came here to this park to do some maybe a walking meditation and maybe just run around again. Just because I feel like that's what I need. And even though I don't know, I don't even like running. Well, honestly, that's what I thought, because I was I don't even like running. But then once you do it, it's wow, this isn't that bad. And then afterwards, you're wow, I just ran. Go me. I'm doing something for myself that is going to be good for me in the long run. So that's how I'm trying to look at it. Even if there's something that I don't want to do, but I know it's good for me. So, okay. Next, when I was driving here, and I was driving, well, first I went to Barnes and Noble because I was looking at some books. And when I was driving, there was this guy who was waiting on my right, who was trying to turn right so he'd be going in my lane. And so I stopped to let him go. And then the person who was behind me, they literally, first of all, they beeped their horn at me. And then I like looked in my rear view, my little mirror, my ear mirror, and they were flicking me off. Like, they were giving me the finger. So essentially, they were saying fuck you to me because I was being kind and I was letting somebody go. So, like, for driving like now, and especially since I've been driving like a lot of like far distances recently, when I drove to Vermont and then I drove back from Vermont and then I drove when I was in Vermont, then I drove to Boston, which was a 3.5 hour drive, and then I drove back to Vermont. And then just the other day, I drove to Boston, which was 6.5 hours to pick up my brother. And then I drove us home because I wouldn't let Trent drive it because I don't trust him in my car. And I also drove to State College, which was only an 1.5 hours, but that's still like a long drive. And I drove to Clarion a little bit ago, like a 1.5 months ago, 2 months ago, which was a 3.5 hour drive. So like I've been driving like far distances recently. And but when I was driving to Clarion, we were just like cruising, like going 60 on the highway, and there was like this part, and anyway, someone like 3 cars ahead was turning left. And so and it was like rainy, it was like a rainy day, and we all put on our brakes, but the person behind me was like looking out their window or like dilly-dallying or whatever, and she didn't notice that we were all braking, and she rear-ended me, and that scared the shit out of me. Like, it actually, like, I screamed my head off. Like, I thought I was gonna fucking die. Because I just, like, I don't know, nothing like that had ever happened to me. Like, I hadn't ever gotten, like, hit, like, going fast in a car. Or I'd, like, never even gotten hit in general. Like, that was the first time. That was really scary for me. And that just, like, made me realize, like, I need to be a good driver, not only for my own life, but for other people. And that also made me realize, like, even if I'm being a good driver, like, someone else can be, like, fucking around and, like, end up killing me or, like, hurting me. So, like, now I've just been, like, super sus, and I'm, like, well, like, not all the time, but, like, sometimes, like, and when I was driving when I was driving to Vermont from Boston, there was this motorcycle guy, and he was just, like, swerving in and out of traffic, like, driving not safe, like, and I used to be, like, a not safe driver. Like, I'd be like, oh, like, whatever, like, if I cut in front of them, like, fuck it, they can use their brakes, like, skirt, whatever, like, I used to be, like, not a great driver in regards to safety. And, so yeah, this motorcycle guy was just, like, swerving in and out, like, and, then, like, a minute later, and this is like a 3-lane highway. A minute later, the fucking guy is laying in the middle of the highway. His motorcycle is like in bits and pieces scattered along the highway. We're all having to like brake and swerve to avoid him and his bike. And like he got in an accident. Like, I don't know if he hit the car or the car like didn't see him and like they hit him. Like, I don't know what happened, but like reckless driving like is just fucking stupid. Like what is just driving like safely? How is that going to affect you in a negative way? And for the person who was behind me, who was like beeping at me because I was letting somebody go, like, just be fucking nice. Like, and why are you trying to be mean and give me the finger for that? Like, what? Like, road rage is such like a negative thing that I don't even get. Like, that's just spreading like bad vibes for no reason. And I just smiled at them because it's like, we are love. Just spread love, okay? So, yeah. That is just some things that I've been thinking and feeling. And yeah. Okay.